that pushy energy, just take note of it right now. Just look at your desires and then ask yourself, am I a pusher? Am I pushing this desire? Am I getting in the way?
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
Welcome back to Dear Gabby. It's a big day. The book. Okay, self-help. This is your chance to change your life. Coming into your lap tomorrow, New Year's Eve. This book is in your hands tomorrow. If you already pre-ordered it, it's going to be in your hands tomorrow. My 10th book out in the world. Here it is. Now it's in God's hands. Right now it's in the universe's hands. So I've done my part. I've put it out there. I'm telling people about it. And now it's time for the universe to take over. And this is self-help. This is your chance to change your life. This is the book that is the new manifesting, really, because the book is all about changing the belief systems inside and adjusting your inner story and healing your inner core beliefs. Because when we heal our inner core beliefs, we actually start to change our point of attraction. So right now is manifesting season. The manifesting challenge starts on January 1st. There's a lot going on in my world right now. And the book, the manifesting challenge, everything's right here. And all this work, particularly in self-help inside this book, is all about healing the beliefs that have held you back from being a super attractor, healing the beliefs that have blocked your manifesting power. And so we all have these core beliefs from our past, and they're burdened beliefs. They're old stories. And when you ask yourself, how long have you been believing that? You'll say forever, as long as I can remember. And these beliefs have been manifesting a lot of what we don't want into our life. And so that's why I'm so proud to put this book out into the world right now on New Year's Eve, because if you want to really change your life, this is it, because it's this 4-step inquiry of becoming a friend to those, befriending those beliefs, really taking a look and saying, okay, I know I manifest what I believe, but there's all these belief systems that are blocking my manifesting power. And inside the pages of self-help, I take you through this 4-step practice of befriending those beliefs so that they can heal. And when you heal those core belief systems, you feel different. Your energy is more relaxed. You're no longer in these blocks to your manifesting power. And in that shift, it's not a very subtle shift. It's a radical shift, actually, but it can happen in subtle ways through this process in the book. In that shift, you heal your belief systems, you heal your energy, and you heal your patterns. And so a lot of the times, if you've said to yourself, like, I can't stop that pattern, or I keep going back to picking up the drink, or I always avoid, or I'm always playing small, or I'm such a people pleaser, or I wish I could live without that, that belief that I'm not good enough. You are aware of those blocks. If you had that awareness and you had a tool to heal those beliefs, then those patterns could change. And it's the patterns that keep us stuck in the repetition of that same behavior and that same energy and that same point of attraction. So that's the secret of this book. That's why it's called Self-Help. This is your chance to change your life, because it sets you up with a 4-step practice to heal the beliefs and then therefore heal the patterns. And so if you're somebody out there thinking like, is this it? Like, am I going to stay stuck in this pattern for the rest of my life? Guess what? Happy New Year. You don't have to. I have done the work. I have personally done the work. This book is based on a therapy that has changed my life. And I've taken that therapy, internal family systems therapy, and I've put it into a 4-step practice that will give you the practice of undoing those belief systems. And so as we think about these beliefs, we have to really start to really look at the ways that those beliefs are blocking our manifestations. I think that's a good first step for today, is to look at the ways that our beliefs might be blocking. That's a good place to start today. Those blocks often, like I said, are based on belief systems, and then I can show you how they manifest. So the first thing I would have you ask yourself is, what do I want to attract into my life? And then the next question is, what's the belief that's blocking me from that? And that, my friends, is what I want to work with. That's what I want to work with when you pick up Self-Help tomorrow. You walk into your bookstore, you get your Amazon, and I want you to take a look at, okay, I have this story that's been in the way, and I want to stop judging that story, and I want to start to befriend it. And the first step is what we're doing right here, right now, which is looking at what it is that you want to manifest in the new year. And then thinking about for a moment, what is that I believe, or was there a behavior that I have or a pattern that I have that's actually blocking me from letting that manifestation come to me naturally? And that's what we're going to do. I mean, then take that belief and open self-help tomorrow and follow that practice. That's step one. Okay, that's step one. The other way that we block our manifesting power is that we can be really pushy with the universe. Whenever we're in that pushing energy, trying to make something happen, trying to force something into becoming, that ain't sexy energy. That ain't abundant energy. That isn't faithful energy. That's an energy of lack. And when we put out an energy of lack or neediness or thirstiness, we get it back. We get it back. And that pushy, like, why isn't this happening on my time and my way? We addressed this in the last episode, but this is something you really, really want to focus on, because the more you push, the more you deflect your desires. So if you're somebody who's been really pushing, there's a belief behind that. You're going to use self-help to help you with that belief, and then surrender that belief and surrender the pushy energy. And I go over this a lot in the Manifesting Challenge, Josh. It's like each day of the challenge is really guiding people to shift their beliefs and then also let go and allow and trust. And so if you're in the challenge and you're already doing the prep work, just know that the whole process is ready to guide you, particularly on January 1st, to get you going, to get you supported. And that pushy energy, just take note of it right now. Just look at your desires and then ask yourself, am I a pusher? Am I pushing this desire? Am I getting in the way? How am I getting in the way? That would be the first thing to do today, is just take an audit of how you might be pushing and trying to get in the way. So that's the first one. The next one is, are you judging? Are you a judger? The judger is, big manifesting no-no. And oftentimes we judge as a protection mechanism. This is what we're going to talk about in self-help. It's a protector part. It's a part of us that's protecting us from feeling feelings that are inadequate, feeling feelings of unlovability, or feeling like I'm not worthy of my desires. And so we pick up this part of us that's a judgmental. And that judgment is so loud and so strong. And when we're in judgment, we're blocking our manifestations so much, because what we're doing is we're putting ourselves into very low vibe energy. And we're not seeing that the light that we see in others is actually a reflection of our light. And we're not witnessing that the manifestations of others, the things that we're judging in others, are actually recreating more of that doubt in ourselves. And the best way to heal that judgment is definitely through the 4 steps of self-help. And the first step, and I'll give it to you now, and then tomorrow you'll get it in the book. But right now, the first step is to really witness that judgment without any judgment. And instead of beating yourself up for it, choose to check in and become curious about it. But that first step is to witness that judgment without judgment. So if you see yourself judging, that is blocking your manifesting power, my friend. And you want to witness that judgment without judgment and choose to check in with it. And then tomorrow, get your book in the mail. Open that self-help book. Self-help, this is your chance to change your life. And do the 4 steps with that judgment or with the pushiness, whichever one is stronger for you. So there's also fear is a big block to our manifesting power. Fear is a big block. And fear, again, is another protector that we're going to talk about in self-help. And what that means is that we have experiences that we have feelings, big feelings and emotions, and fear is a driving force that's running the show, trying to keep us on hypervigilance and in high alert. And the fear in the sake of manifesting is often the fear of, what if it doesn't happen? Or the fear is that I'm not worthy of this, or that I can't get this desire, or that the universe doesn't love me. That's a big one, right? I don't feel lovable. I feel inadequate. And so when we're in that fear place, our energy is super out of alignment with the presence of the universe. And to soften that fear, once again, it's all in the pages of the book, but I'm going to suggest that right here, right now, witness that fear. Notice where it lives in your body. And this is giving you a sneak peek into the book now. And choose to check in with that fear briefly and become curious about it, and notice where it lives in your body and give it some breath. Breathe into that space in your body where you feel that fear and just be present with it for a moment. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to judge it. Just breathe into it for another 30 seconds. Let's breathe together into that feeling. And just be present with that feeling and let it go. Trust that feeling and let it go. My cat's meowing outside the door because she wants to come in. But just be present with the feeling. Be present with the feeling. And that's just a mini step of what happens in self-help. But I imagine that you might feel some relief just giving some breath and some curiosity and some presence to that feeling inside. Right, the Manic Manifestor, like doing all the things, making the vision boards, and doing the meditations, and listening to Dear Gabby, and doing. And actually, I don't even need to really explain this one. We have a clip that we're going to tee up for you right now. Listen to the clip because this will explain what the Manic Manifestor is. And when we come back from the clip, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown of how we can support those Manic Manifestors out there and give you the love that you need. Because this is not something I want you to start your manifesting challenge on day one of the manifesting challenge. I don't want you to start with that. Actually, all of you listening are like, what's the manifesting challenge? Go to deargabby.com/manifesting challenge. It starts January 1st. And the book Self-Help that I'm talking about is my new book, Self-Help. This is your chance to change your life. And this is out New Year's Eve. So all these tools are at your fingertips. And so now we're going to play the clip.
And then the next question I have for you is, when you're thinking about manifestation and calling in new things, are some of you manic manifesting? So this is really important. Are some of you those folks who are like, I've got the list, I've got the vision board, I've said it 1,000 times, I told all my friends I want him, I know exactly what he looks like, and I feel like he's with me, and we're walking down the street together holding hands? You know who you are. You know who you are, right? You know exactly who you are. Look, there's nothing wrong with being clear. There's nothing wrong with being clear, but more importantly, I want you to be clear about how you want to feel, and I want you to just feel it. It's not about having the vision board that's perfect. It's not about having the most amazing list. You can do all that work. You can get clear. You can be, and if anyone doesn't know what a vision board, it's a beautiful board where you put all of your images of what you want, and plenty of people spend a lot of time on that board, but they don't get into the energy of what it feels like. And so they spend a lot of time with the list, and they spend a lot of time with the board, and they spend a lot of time talking about it, but they don't assume the energy of what it feels like to be in that manifestation now. Assuming the energy of what it felt like to pop off all your tops really helped me call in something that will help me do it. Assuming that energy just brought me into a state of being, you are already there, sister. You are already doing this exactly as you are on your video blogs, in your lectures, on Twitter and Facebook. You are already there, and you want more, but you are already there. So acknowledging and accepting that I'm already in the place that I am, even though I want it to be more, I am already there. So if you want a romantic partner, make sure you have a real hot romance with yourself. If you want more money, make sure you have a real good relationship with the money you currently have. If you want a new job, make sure you have a real good relationship with the job you have today. Everybody get that? People think, oh, well, if I appreciate my job that I have now, then I'll only stay there. No, absolutely not. If you appreciate the job that you have now, then you show up to that job with grace. You show up to that job with a good attitude. You show up to that job with a better approach. You show up to that job with more energy. That job begins to thank you. That job says, wait, maybe there's another job for you. That job then says, here, you're promoted. Here's some more money. Have a great life. You create your reality. Your intentions create your reality. So if you are constantly in a place of thinking, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, you are serving that. Everybody's with me now. I know you are. So rather than focusing on that manic manifesting, first and foremost, get honest if you are one of them. If you are, please raise your hands now. Manic manifestors, just get honest, people. Get your hands up. Manic manifestors. So you're reading the books, you're doing the work, you think, but your energy, what's your energy like? Scream it to me. What's your energy like? Frantic? What was that? When, you're saying when. Got it, yes, okay. What is your energy saying when? Your energy's needy, right? It's controlling. It's manipulative. It's frightened. It's chaotic. What does that girl look like on a date? So what is your energy doing? How is your manic manifesting affecting your genuine manifestation? So I want you to get clear about that. And then the next piece here is just to become super conscious, and maybe take yourself for the next 30 days, where you can use that exercise in my Ing book where you put the little rubber band around your wrist and you snap the rubber band every time you catch yourself talking about lack, or you catch yourself, avoiding your finances, or you catch yourself eating the hamburger, or you catch yourself manic manifesting. Just check yourself before you wreck yourself and snap your wrist, right? So take that little, everybody got that? You hear yourself. You're in the conversation with your girlfriend and you're like, oh my God, I can't get it. I don't know what's going on. The man won't call me back. I can't kill myself. Oh my God. And then all of a sudden, instead of continuing, snap the rubber band. I say, I forgive myself for my lack mentality. I forgive myself for my fear. I choose to see this differently. That's it. You don't need to figure out what to see differently. You just need to say, I choose to see this differently, and you will be given all you need to see something differently.
For those of you out there who are manic manifestors, the good news is that there's help, there's self-help, honestly, the path is to heal the core beliefs. And actually, let me just open the book, because it's so funny. I just opened to the chapter core beliefs. Yeah, let's read a little bit about what this means, because when we have these core beliefs that block our manifesting power, we need to know how to tend to them. And we need to know how to befriend them and heal them and offer them some grace so that they don't continue to manifest more of what we don't want. Okay, so here it is. This is Inside Self-Help. This is your chance to change your life. For nearly 20 years, I've been teaching spiritual principles and the power of manifesting. Over those years, I've noticed a common trend is that many people tend to overlook the really deep inner work necessary for real, lasting change. The hard truth is that although we can make surface level adjustments to our actions, true change can only happen when we heal from within and address the core beliefs that block us from manifesting the life we desire. The negative beliefs from our past, our traumas, our suffering, and our pain are all replayed in the present and projected onto the future. Beliefs such as, it's not safe to ask for what I want, I struggle with money, I'm not smart, or I'm not worthy of love, can dominate our consciousness and manifest themselves into our reality. We manifest what we believe. And then I go on a little bit further. I get it. Most of us want a quick fix and an easy method for manifesting. We want a tool for attracting romance and abundance and success. The desire for quick change is understandable, and sometimes quick change is even possible. That's because manifesting methods can improve your outlook, your attitude, and your energy, allowing you to attract certain desires into your life. But once you attract what you want, can you keep it? Will you believe you're worthy of it? No. It doesn't last because lasting shifts require genuine, long-lasting change, the kind of change that cracks you open to infinite possibilities and redirects your life. That change requires a deep dive inward. That change requires self-help. So that's the answer, and that's why I wrote this book, because the true manifesting flex is inside the pages of this book. The true manifesting flex is healing the core beliefs that block you from your manifesting power. And the journey of undoing those beliefs is a journey of looking inward gently. It's a journey of checking in instead of checking out, having a desire to heal and change. And that desire is actually enough to put you into the practice. And then you focus your attention inward and you start to pay some attention to those core beliefs that are blocking you. And you offer those core beliefs some curiosity, helping them soften. And you offer those core beliefs some compassionate connection, asking, what do you need? Talking to that belief as if it's a part of you. And then you let this energy of a new way of perceiving those beliefs, a compassionate energy, a confident energy, a clear energy, the manifesting energy, can start to emerge naturally. And this is what this entire book does. This book puts you on this path of these 4 steps. Choose to check in, curiosity, compassionate connection, and then allowing and checking for the self qualities of C's, these compassion and curiosity and all these qualities, checking in to see them all come through. And it's a simple 4-step practice. We can start today. You're going to get the book in your hands tomorrow, but start today by realizing that we manifest what we believe. And you might want to look at those beliefs that you've had on repeat and ask yourself, how's that working out for me? Because you might be manifesting a lot of things you don't want to manifest. And checking in with those core beliefs and opening your heart to those core beliefs and making a commitment today. It's the day before New Year's Eve, or whenever you're listening to this. It's sometime in the new year of 2025, or maybe it's many years later, but it's a time to change. And asking yourself right here, right now, am I willing to change the core beliefs that have held me back? Am I willing to change the core beliefs that have held me back? And if the answer is yes, then you're already 10 steps ahead. You're 10 steps ahead with that answer being yes. Because that answer being yes sends this message to your inner world and to the universe that you are ready to have a gentle path, that you're ready to say yes to a new way of living and yes to a new way of perceiving yourself. And then the answers, thank God I write self-help books because I don't have to just talk about this stuff. I can say, here's how you go do it. Okay? Self-help. This is your chance to change your life. I can tell you the promise, though, the promise of making the commitment to your belief systems and focusing your attention inward instead of checking out all the time and overriding yourself. The promise of turning inward. The real promise is that you can heal on a molecular level. And when you create that kind of healing inside, you start to feel a new energy emerge. And that new energy is yourself. It's your self energy. And that new energy is confident and it is creative and it is courageous and it's clear and it's got this connectedness and committed. And you let this energy just become the momentum that is the driving force of your life. So that's my promise to all of you. I'm gonna be talking about this a lot. These 4 steps are going to be workshopped. We're going to come back with them a lot. But I want you to see how it's the new manifesting. I really want you to see how when you change your core beliefs, you change your point of attraction, you manifest what you believe. And so if you're one of those people out there that's like, I'm a pusher, I'm a controller, I'm, a manic manifester, that really resonated with you, then definitely consider first today just noticing the blocks, right? That's the first step. Notice the blocks, be the non-judgmental witness of those blocks, recognize that those blocks are belief systems. Ask yourself, how long has this belief system been around? The answer is going to be forever, since I was a kid, as long as I can remember. And then ask yourself today, write it down on a piece of paper. Am I willing to change and heal this belief system? And if the answer is a yes, then the steps live in this book. This is your chance to change your life. Self-help. This is your chance to change your life. I wrote the book. You don't have to look far for the solution. The promise is that this is your chance. This is your chance to make deep inner change on a belief level. And when we adjust our beliefs, we change our life. That's it, period. We got it. By even just saying on the title of the book, this is self-help, this is your chance to change your life, is me being the hope merchant. It's me saying that true change is available, that it's possible, that there are steps in front of you, because so much of our suffering comes from the fact that we don't know how to change, that we don't see a way out. And now I have given you, here is your way out. Self-help is your way out. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't know how I would even begin to heal the beliefs that have been blocking me from what I desire, I figured it out for you. I've done the therapy for almost a decade, and I've been trained in this process. And I'm an IFS practitioner, and I've demystified this beautiful therapy that is life-changing. It changes core beliefs. I've demystified it. I've turned it into a self-help practice. And here it is. It's in your hands tomorrow on New Year's Eve. And now it's your turn, right? It's your turn. Am I ready to do it? Am I willing to do it? Am I going to open my heart to it? Make that commitment to yourself. Just write down, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to heal this core belief. If you feel called, or you already probably have, many of you listening probably already have the book on its way. It's going to show up in your doorstep tomorrow from Amazon. And if you haven't, you can go listen to it. I read it on audio. You can go buy it on Amazon or at your bookstore or deargabby.com/self-help. But this book is my answer. And then this book combined with the manifesting challenge is like the most epic combo. So many people are ordered the book are also taking the challenge, because you can read the book and you can start working on your core beliefs while doing the manifesting practices, because the manifesting practices work and the self-help 4 steps will actually make it so that what you manifest sticks. It's a perfect combo. Seriously, if there's only thing you do this year is just start with self-help and take the challenge, you are setting yourself up for success. I mean, it's just laid out in front of you. And I'm so happy I could make it easy and affordable and accessible to people. It's truly amazing. I'm so grateful to be able to do all this and to be able to have all these tools to give people, because, this is what I do. Now, let me pick a card from my Gabby app as we close out this episode. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Let's pull a card. I'm going to scroll. Let's see. This is in the Gabby app. Oop, that card wants to come up. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Couldn't make it up. Absolutely divine and perfect. I love it. It's a perfect card. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding me that I am love and miracles are natural. Boom. What a nice card to start the year with. And take those mindful moments. Join me on the Manifesting Challenge. Go to deargabby.com/manifesting challenge. Join me. You can still get in and create those mindful moments 1 step at a time. And if you're listening to this all the way through to the end, don't walk, run to your computer, go get your copy of Self-Help. This book is the answer. This is the answer. It's right here. I'm done. I'm complete. Giving it to the universe. God will take over from here. Thank you, angels, for revealing this book, putting it into the hands of all those who need it and all those who want it and all those who are ready to receive it. It's for a book for the willing. So if you're willing and you said yes, then this is your book. Enjoy. I love you. Listeners, Happy New Year. See you on the other side. Happy New Year, peeps. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.